I'm Mayor Ethan Baker. I'm really happy that you guys are all here today, and Kurt assures me that the rain is going around us, so we have plenty of time, everybody, so get comfortable. But this is such an exceptional day for our city. It's been a couple decades since we've had a project of this size dedicated in our community, and I am so honored to be here, to be the mayor and with this council that's lucky enough to be part of this and celebrate it. But we all know that it's been decades in the planning, and there's been so many other council members and mayors who have shown their support and wanted something like this amenity to be right here in the city of Troy. I'm going to get started really quickly with just a quick couple introductions of our city council members. We've got Mayor Pro Tem Ellen Hoderick is here. Council member, yeah, go ahead. Council member Haraj Chanda is here. Council member Mark Gunn is here. Council member Rebecca Chamberlain-Kranga is here. Council member David Hamilton. Councilmember Teresa Brooks. We have a full council here tonight. It's very exciting. And of course, we've got some other dignitaries here as well. We've got our state representative, Sharon McDonald. We've got County Commissioner Ann Erickson-Galt. And Ann, of course, was on city council when she helped approve this project, so she kind of gets a double hit tonight. So thank you for being here. We've got a lot of other important people to our community here. We've got planning commissioners, we've got mayors from neighboring cities, we've got people who have worked day in and day out to make sure this project becomes a reality. Of course, we have our Troy Chamber of Commerce here also as well, our partner in a lot of ribbon cuttings. They do everything, if not just for ribbon cuttings, but for businesses. But they look at this as not just good for the city of Troy, but good for the business of the city of Troy, I'm sure. So Tara and Sheila, thank you for being here also. So as I was planning on what I was going to say tonight, it became very obvious to me that there are too many people to thank in what could be incoming rain. So here's the deal. We put a very special poster up under the pavilion that thanks all the amazing community partners that have played a role in this. And it goes back many, many years of people who have had ideas that sparked this project. Of course, the Troy Community Foundation has played an integral role in making this happen. And I'm really honored that we've got many of them here tonight. And I know that they're equally as excited about this project as we at the city are. So thank you, Troy Community Foundation, for your leadership in this role also. I want to also, of course, thank the general contractor, C.E. Gleason, all the OHM advisors who planned all of this. And now I made a mistake because I started naming people when I should have just said stick to the poster. But there are so many of you. But really, the people that have made this project happen have worked exceptionally hard to do it. And from the design process to the construction process, even to where we are today to make sure you're all here getting free ice cream and everything. So thank you to all of you who have played a role in getting this designed and built, and now we're going to have an opportunity for our residents and community members to play in here, and I think that's really, really important. So thank you to all those people. We've got a lot of city staff here tonight. Of course, the recreation department is eager to get programming in this beautiful pavilion and eager to have people out here playing. Well, let's go recreation. All right. That's very exciting. I know Director Brian Gould has been eagerly anticipating this starting point, and I'm very excited to see it. Brian, we're cutting the ribbon tonight. We're turning it over to you. Let's make us all proud. But he's got a great team at Recreation who's going to make sure that there's going to be roller skating here when it's warm. There's going to be ice skating here when it's cold. And of course, this awesome pavilion space, which is going to be available for use for rental, right, Brian? There you go. I want to talk a little bit about this pavilion. It's the mass timbers here. This is a sustainable design aspect, which is a first in Oakland County. So I know that means a lot to certain members of our community, but it's a big deal. This is not only a beautiful structure, but it's a sustainable design, and we're really proud of that here in the city of Troy. So I want to make sure everyone takes a chance to check that out as well. You know, there's a couple things, a couple people also I want to recognize. You all know Kurt Bovenseep very, very well, and Kurt will tell you, he's the first person to tell you, he's part of a team at the city of Troy, but Kurt really has made this his baby for the past couple of years especially, and I have to say thank you, Kurt, for making this such an amazing part of our community. You've worked really, really hard here. You've been a project manager or project lead. I left City Council the other night on Monday night. It was, I think, 9:30 or so, and I'm driving by, and Kurt was in here having a meeting with the lighting people. I mean, at 9:30 at night on a Monday night. He's taken a lot of pride in this project, and if you've seen his LinkedIn profile, he posts about it a lot. But it was really fun to kind of follow along the project of it as well. We've, of course, got Dennis Trantham, who's his deputy. They've done a great job, Dennis, you and Kurt working together to make sure this project comes to fruition. I do want to take a minute also we've got there's a lot of things that made this come into play. And one of the things that came into play was amazing design inspiration that was done for this project early on. And we've had a lot of steps in this project. One of the steps was requesting and obtaining federal funds from Congresswoman Haley Stevens and what she was able to get. And I see Michael back there celebrating. But a good portion of the money for this project came from your own tax dollars that were sent to Washington, and now they've come back. But an instrumental part of that was because of the drawings and designs that Nikki Geary did to get us to that point. So I have this plaque for you, Nikki. This is a long walk for you. I'm going to come meet you over here, except the cameras are going to get mad at me, but we're going to do it right here. This is in recognition of Nikki's vision and design inspiration for the Stine Community Park expansion, which did enable the city of Troy to secure $1.5 million in federal community project funds. So I'm going to present this to you, and thank you very much. Thank you. We'll take a picture. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say one other quick thing about community in this space right here as the rain starts to come. Several years ago, when I was pretty new on council, there was a kind of a scandal about this property in general, the Civic Center property. And we went through a lot of turmoil, I would say, with the community members, all the residents, and sharing their opinions on what they thought this space should be, meaning this whole 100 acres. And one of the things everyone almost was adamant about was that this be a community space, a place where everyone can come to. So at the time, there were some other competing things going on. But this project here today, this completed project, I think really satisfies the request of all of those community members who said, we want a community gathering place in our city, kind of a central park, kind of a place where we can come see people from our neighborhood, see people from around the city, do some active recreation, do some passive recreation. And I'm really excited to say that we were able to do this and have this space here today for everybody. So as a personal point of privilege, having been on council back then, it's nice to see that we're satisfying the requests of all those residents who wanted something like this. And we now, I think, have probably the best community gathering space, outdoor space in the area. I hate to tell Brian Barnett in Rochester Hills, but this is much prettier than Innovation Hills. It's much fancier. So I'm going to say this is an amazing addition. But this is a community gathering place. We've got you here gathered tonight. We're really excited that you're here. This park functions just like on any of one of our other city parks. It's open. You can see there's no gates to get in. This is your place to use. This is your community place. So I'm really, really honored that we were able to have this done and to celebrate all of it. Before we cut the ribbon and get on to the excitement things, there's one other person I want to recognize. And she's someone I think everybody here knows. But former Mayor Jeanne Stine, I'd like you to come up, Jeanne. This is her park name, after all, right? We opened the park, part of the park next door a little bit. It was raining then, too. So I think your parks bring rain, Jeanne. I think that's the thing we do. But I want to say something special. Jeanne has been such an instrumental part of our community for decades and decades and decades at this point, and that's something special.
Since 75.
Since 1975. So do the math, yeah. But Jeanne, I want to say something special to you, and I want everyone here to join me in saying something special to you. This month, you turn 95 years old. And I would love it if we could, next week, I would love it if we could sing a quick happy birthday to Jeanne. I know we're doing a lot of stuff, but join me in singing happy birthday to Jeanne. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeanne. Happy birthday to you. Mayor Jeanne Stine is a legend here in the city of Troy, and I'm honored to have had her friendship and mentorship over the years. And Jeanne, I've got a proclamation here I'm going to give to you. It recognizes your importance in our city, and it's on the celebration of your 95th birthday occasion. So I'm going to give this to you, and of course, all of council has signed it. We love that you're here, and we love that we are now expanding the Jeanne M. Stine Community Park to include this amazing new feature.
I have never been so honored in my life. And I've been on city council since 1975 and became the mayor in 1992. And all the time that I did this, it was a great learning experience. I learned so much about so many. The people of Troy have been always warm to me, and it's just been a great friendship for all the people in Troy for me. And I'm honored and I'm humbled, and I just I can't say the words because I'm so taken up by this. A park named after me? Oh, wow. That's just special, special, special. And I hope that I have served the residents of Troy well enough to be deserving of this, because it's so very special. My family just thinks I'm special.
Jeanne, we all think you're special. That's the point. So.
But before I go any further, I want you to honor the mayor of Troy, the current mayor of Troy, with an applause. He is so deserving.
Thank you, Jeanne.
Fabulous job.
That was very kind.
And I want to thank all of the residents for giving this great honor to me, and for allowing me to be a part of your lives. It's been a special time, and it will continue to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeanne.
It's just such an honor, and I'm so humbled.
All right. Well, we're honored that you're here with us. Don't get run over by a rollerblader. Thank you, Cindy. All right. My final closing words are basically this. It was 1 year ago today, if you can believe it, June 13th, 2023, that we did the groundbreaking for this project. By coincidence, we scheduled this opening event 1 year later. But in 1 year, we went from some grass and a pile of dirt to this beautiful project that's going to be open year-round. It's a park for all seasons. Don't forget that. We made a lot of hay about being an ice rink in the beginning, so I'm kind of happy that we're opening it now in the warm months to show that it's more than just a winter project. But I hate to tell everybody, we're coming back in the winter when the ice first comes out and doing another party like this, so be ready. I just want to let everybody know. But with that, I thank you all for coming. We're going to cut the ribbon. We're going to do it over here. It's a little bit different. We're actually going to be not facing you for the ribbon cutting because we want to highlight the beautiful structure behind us, but you're all going to be in the back of the picture as well. So thank you so much for being here. I have a couple of ribbon cutting helpers today. Luke Gorman and his sister Alyssa. Luke actually won mayor for the day at his Costello auction, so he'll be in third grade in the fall, but he's going to help us hold the ribbon.